Gotta get out the door. Running so late today. Hey, I can't get my coat on. Can't get my coat on. There we go. My gloves. Oh, we gotta hurry. Gotta hurry. I'm not gonna be able to have enough time to get 4 miles in, probably. Excuse me. Apologies for the freeze of the stream there because I forgot to turn my Wi-Fi off, so I lost my phone lost my connection with my server, or my router I should say, and so it took a while for it to be like, oh, maybe I should switch over to cell. But we're back. And it is, has to start now. A whole lot later than I wanted to. So we got enough time to run. About 17 minutes. I am not running a 8.5 mile, I don't think, today. Oh, of course I'm gonna. Are you kidding me? Holy cow, talk about stream issues today. We didn't even make it a gosh dang people. We didn't even make it half a block away and the stream crashed. It definitely feels, well, it's kind of overcast and everything. It's a little chilly. My eyes are watering because of the cold air blowing into my face. There is a slight breeze, and of course I'm running head into it. Lost all my accounts, my mod account, since it crashed, and whichever other viewer that was on here, gosh dang it, it keeps resetting the stream, so I don't know what's going on. Well, I apologize to anybody that is trying to watch and the stream is having issues. Don't get it. Other than the fact that because I forgot to turn my Wi-Fi off before I left, definitely caused the first issue. It's probably causing all the rest. So my phone's probably still searching for Wi-Fi. And there is public Wi-Fi in this area, so I've been it is. Oh, that guy's just like, I'm going. F you, I'm going. Just rocking on this building over here. It's crazy to me how fast like this building is going versus as well as this other building that's down here. And maybe the difference is that they're mostly going to be residential or something, these other two buildings, but much quicker they're going than the Amazon business park. That building, geez, it's only really been doing stuff for a couple months now, and they're already over street level now. And it was the same thing with a residential building down the way that is going in across the street from where the Amazon headquarters is going in. The building went from a parking lot to digging the huge ass hole for the foundation, laying the foundation, and now it's like the whole building is 3/4 done. And it's only been maybe 8 months, maybe a year, I guess, now. But the Amazon Business Park, which is 2 big ass buildings, when I got here, they were working on it. So over 2 years ago, they were already had the hole dug and were laying pylons for the foundation. It is definitely just got a colder feel, probably because it's so overcast. I'm sure the humidity is probably up, so it just makes it feel cold and everything. Catching up to somebody. Messages are going crazy at work. One, because we're running so much later. There's a old guy that's always riding his bike that I see out here every day. He is like super thin, like just rail thin. He always has on like these old school gray sweats and some sort of jacket, even when it's like 60 degrees out. He has like an old school jacket on. Okay, that guy went that way, good. I was catching up to another guy too, so I'm trying to take my time. So I always hate that awkward where I pass him with a camera. I am keeping an eye on the clock. I'm going to say by 7:40, which is in 9 minutes, I need to turn around. But we will see how close we will be to 2 miles at that time. I think I'm going to be about 2 minutes shy. Or a quarter mile shy, I should say. That's about 2 miles, or 2 minutes. With the pace I'm running right now. really anything to see, so I'll just keep it on here for a little bit so I talk to you guys. You guys can see that I actually am running. Cool there. My nose run. Well, it could be 90 degrees out here and my nose will run. Oh wow, they laid pavement. They've been working on this entrance right here to the runway. I don't know. No idea what it's for. Unless it's for like I can see it like for airports that support military units when they're flying off. You know, they could drive out there with the bus. But even a lot of those type of airports anymore make you go through the actual airport security and stuff. Which is funny because you're like walking through with all your go to war stuff, you know, your weapon and all that. It's like, okay, we got to go through screening. I always thought that was funny. I don't know if you guys can see how much my breath is showing up, but it's, oh yeah, you can see. That's how cold it is. Actually, other than like my hands and my face, I'm actually warm because put on an extra layer just because it looked, or the real feel said it was pretty cold out here, which I believe it now. But I have to keep stopping to swipe Westedge's way so I can make sure the stream is still going. That is not helping me get as many miles in as I can. Oh. So as a running coach, I'm looking at myself right now, and I can tell you that I am not running with proper form in my upper body. I am running more shoulders than arms. But I will say that is pretty much standard for me when I'm not running a super fast pace. Is that the right thing to do? No. You should always practice proper form. There's the little area where we check and make sure the tide is what it's doing. It is not going in or out right now. So I had to start the day pretty early yesterday, so I was not able to stream my run. In fact, I actually didn't run until late last night, so one thing that makes this run feel a little bit tougher this morning is the fact that I ran less than 12 hours ago, which isn't necessarily anything out of the ordinary, because if I'm doing doubles, that's pretty much what I do anyways. As long as I have an 8-hour break, I'm good. But I'm at the very beginning of a training cycle, so I'm not doing any running doubles. I'm doing two a days as far as a run in the morning and doing some strength training a couple days a week in late afternoons. But as far as and I'm on a little bit of a calorie deficit as I'm trying to get unhealthily trying to drop my weight back down to something manageable, which will be about at least 10 pounds, preferably 15 pounds, but I can train it with 10 pounds. I'll be happy with it because as I ramp up my mileage and my intensities, as well as my strength training, I will definitely drop a little bit more weight. So really if I drop 10, I will be sitting pretty good, because then I won't drop. At some point you can't lose anymore, and that's usually for me about 15 pounds, well, more like 18 pounds from where I'm at right now. But let's just say I wintered well. The holidays treated me nice, and especially this last trip, because I was having to put on so many miles while I was driving each day. I was not eating the healthiest snacks and drinking lots of sugary drinks to stay awake, that kind of stuff. So I actually put on weight last week. That portion will come off pretty fast, which I've already lost 5 of that in the since Sunday. Because of the unhealthy snacks and the sugary drinks and all that, I was definitely retaining a lot of water more than I normally would. But, so that I've lost. But I definitely have some stuff around my middle that I can get rid of. And I repeat, not advocating that the lighter you are, the better runner you're going to be. That may be the case, but that may not be the case. Because there's a magic ratio. It all has to do with power and strength and endurance, all wrapped up into one. So if you have a lot of power and strength, if you start dropping the weight, it actually make you slower. Me, I've done enough tests in the lab and all that kind of stuff that, based upon my current strength, I know what my ideal race weight is. But that's my ideal race weight for like a half marathon, 10K distance. The fact that I'm going to be doing ultras this next year, I've already signed up for 3. Albeit the first one is only a And I cannot believe this is coming out of my mouth, but the first one is only a 50K. So just over a marathon distance. But, and I'm not going to push myself too hard on it. I just got to finish so I can get me some, since they changed the UTMB qualification rules now, you have to do races that are part of the World Series in order to get in now, unless you're an elite invited in because of your UTMB index, which my UTMB index is not that good. It's just over 500. You have to be at 800, I think, in order to get an invite. But hopefully this year I'll increase that. Okay, that's all we got. We got to turn around. So I actually pushed it 3 minutes too long just to get so I get 4 miles in today. So we're gonna have to push it going back. I think I'm gonna be a minute late for a meeting. Luckily I'm all set up, logged onto my work computer, so I just have to click join when I get upstairs. It usually takes them 2 or 3 minutes to get started, so I should be okay, but still. So yeah, I signed up for Canyonlands 50K. And actually another 50K to Speed Goat, but that's, I don't look at that one as just a 50K, because actually maybe I signed up for the 25K on the Canyonlands. I don't remember now. I think I did the 50 just so I can get more points. For the lottery next year. But I did sign up for Speed Goat, which is in July. That's going to be my peak race for the year, which is why I'm freaking out a little bit. Thinking about doing a marathon in between, but not really pushing myself too hard, just because I'll have 2.5 months in between those two races, but the marathon would only be a month before Speed Goat, which is my peak race. So I would look at the marathon as being kind of a tune-up, but I would just push myself hard enough to perform better than my last time I was out there. That's all I really want to do is redeem my last performance. It wasn't good. And even because it's not a huge race, it's a little local marathon back where I'm from. Usually the guy that wins it is, around 2.5 hours. So as long as I'm around that 3 hour, 3:05, I'll probably take like 4th or 5th overall. Because there's not, like I said, it's a fairly small marathon. But probably a 3:05 is what I would shoot for. I don't need to run sub 3. 3:05 would give me a BQ qual time, which I think I'd like to run Boston just once, just to say I did, but I'm not like too concerned. It's more about just qualifying for me more than anything. But I do want to find a half marathon. So after I get done running Speed Goat, my next race isn't until late October, which is a 100K. Because I'll be doing the Javelina 100, not the 100 miler, just the 100K. But I originally signed up for that because it was a qualifying race for UTMB, but now that they changed the rules, it's not anymore. But being that I paid, $200 or whatever to get into the race, I'm running it. So probably around the late August, early September, mid-September, right? I don't know, I'd probably say early September, mid-September would be the prime time, but try and knock out a half marathon. To qualify for the New York City half. Because that is the one thing I would love to do. It's always been a dream of mine. I missed it by 40 seconds 3 years ago. And that's one of those where you think back at it, you're like, I easily could have done an extra. This guy's gonna go, even though it's like, dude, pay attention. Darn near took me out. And would have taken a biker out too. He was crossing too. Looking back at that race, it's like I easily could have nugged out 40 seconds somewhere. Especially being that I think it was like mile 9 and 10 I fell off my pace by quite a bit. Like, I think both of those miles were a minute slower than what I needed to do. So if I would have just halved that, since I haven't done any, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get my speed back that fast. Because right now, my fitness level I would say probably like a 132 is about what I would do in a half marathon. Might be able to nug out a 130, but I think that would be pushing it. So essentially I have to drop like 7 minutes. So after around 125, sub 125. We'll see. I don't know, maybe next year too, I might if I can get traffic is horrendous right now, by the way. But it is 10 to 8, so rush hour traffic. So if I can run my marathon like a 3:05, I would pretty much qualify for most of the majors. So maybe next year, if I don't get into, well, this is the thing, it sucks. Certain, like a lot of the majors, you have to put in your application like around the late fall time frame. And gosh dang it. The UTMB lottery isn't until January. So by chance, if I was, my chances will be a whole lot better this next year, just because the way they do that qualifying now for UTMB. My chances will be a whole lot better to get into UTMB next year. Now that you have to run a World Series, that's the one good thing about it. Sucks that you're limited now on what races you can do. And a lot of the races have their own qualification requirements and or lottery to get into. So there's only a few of the UTMB World Series races that somebody like me can even register for. So, like, your chances of getting in will increase because not as many people will qualify. And since I am doing World Series, I'll be collecting running stones, they call it. So instead of like this last year where I just had one chance in the lottery, next year I'll have at least 4. Now, I'm sure there'll be people, especially over in Europe, that are going to have. That's the other thing that's kind of crappy, is there's only 4 races total in North America. One of them's down in Veracruz, Mexico. One of them is Speedgo, which I'm doing. One of them is Canyonlands, which is on the Western States course. The other one is Western States, which you have to qualify for and get picked in the lottery or whatever. So I'm not good enough to get a golden ticket, so I have to be picked in the lottery. So really that limits it to 3 races in North America. There's like 40 races over in Europe. So the contingency for UTMB is probably going to be mostly European. Well, it would be anyways, just because that's just the makeup of the world trail running scene. But they have a better easier opportunity, let's say, to collect running stones over in Europe. The only people that have less of a chance, or a tougher, not necessarily less of a chance, but a tougher opportunity to get running stones, is Asia. So I think there's only like 2 or 3 races over there, and they're so spread out. Like, one's in Hong Kong, one's in like one of the mountainous regions in China. I don't know if it's north or west or where. And then there's like one in New Zealand, one in Australia. That's it. Oh no, I think there's actually there's probably more than that. But Europe has a lot. So unless you have a lot of money or you're sponsored to offset the cost, I can't be flying to Europe for races. So a lot of those people, they could just because you just have to finish. You don't have to place very good to get your qualification points. So if you're in Europe, you could just go and run races and not, you have to meet the whatever the time limit is for the race, but you don't have to go out and push yourself. Just run the race. Shoot, by the end of the year, you could have 25, 30, or more even running stones. So you have, 10 times, 20 times more and yes, I said 20 times more chances than I do with my 4 chances if you were to run as many races as you could. But easily you can get 10 times more than me. And that all depends on what distance you're doing. I'm doing the 50K, so I get 2 running stones each. If you're running like 100K or 100 mile, you get more running stones. I like this guy that made a big deal about passing me on the left in the tunnel, even though it's like, dude, I can hear you a mile away. But he had to go past me. Then he got to the top of the hill and he stopped. Now he's walking with his bike. It's like, so you literally did that for to get past me for a whole. And actually, I had already, by the time we made it to the top of the hill, I had run past him because he slowed down so he couldn't make it up the hill. So it's like his finish line, he had to beat me to his finish line. Okay, I'm gonna be about 2 minutes later than I wanted to be. A lot of that was just because I had to stop and wait for the light. Traffic. Actually, I didn't even wait for the light, I was waiting for traffic. It's weird the homeless guy isn't here. He's been here for months. Just because it's one of the warmest places. I guess I wonder if they kicked him out or went and took him somewhere, that supports the homeless or what. Section is so icy. I don't know where all that water came from, but okay. Well, guys, I gotta hurry up, so I'm gonna start signing off now as we're finishing up. Because I'm already a minute late for the meeting, but we did right at 4 miles. My goal was to get 5 every day, but I just ran out of time today. Anyways, guys, for those of you that joined me, thanks so much. Holy cow, that guy's noisy. If you haven't already, please smash that follow button, or if you're on YouTube, that subscribe button. Feel free to follow me on my socials, all listed below, or you can hit exclamation socials and they'll show up. Anyways, I'll probably stream with you guys tomorrow. I should have time since I didn't do yesterday. I'll do this next time, but that was it for today, and I will see you guys at the next stream. Bye, guys.